Hey, welcome to the Backwoods Gourmet. Today I've got a brand new Dutch oven in the box, straight from the cast iron store, Lodge Cast Iron Store in Sevierville, Tennessee. Just got back from the mountains there on vacation. Stopped off, bought this 5-quart 10-inch Dutch oven. So I'm going to show you the difference in the 3 different 10-inch Dutch ovens I use here at the Backwoods Gourmet. Alright, first things first, let's get this bad boy out of the box. This is the way you're going to get your brand new camp Dutch oven. We're going to go over that here in a second. It's the way you're going to get yours when you open up the box. Okay, it's pretty well packed in there. Let's lay it flat and we can just pull it right out of there. Okay, so it comes in the package, and there's a little tiny bit of assembly required on these guys. Now you can get your free digital cookbook. You can also go to the link I'm going to leave you in the description box below, down to our contact information and our Etsy store, where you can find some of our best Dutch oven dishes in a PDF interactable format. You can download to your phone, your tablet, your PC. You can print them out. They're very affordable, only $1 to help pay the the commission that Etsy takes for putting that up on their site. So here you got your handle. That's the only thing you have to install there, and it's pretty easy usually to get on there. Sometimes you have to open these up a little bit, and we might have to do that here. So I went and got me a set of pliers. I'm just gonna bend those bell hooks out just a little bit. Okay, just a little bit. Doesn't need to be much. I'm sure the folks over at Lodge will tell me I'm doing it all wrong. All right, let's hit that one first. Then this one. Pull those up. There we go. Just like that. Grab that one and close it some. Same thing with this one, and that should lay down flat like that, just like that. Okay, and then stand up straight when you want it to, and hang reasonably level. That'll wear in over time, but the biggest thing is you want it to lay down past the edge of the pot and make sure the lid, nothing interferes with it, and it doesn't. All right. So now I'm going to show you the difference and why I bought, that's a lot of noise, and why I bought this particular Dutch oven even though I already own a 10-inch. Alright, so here are the 3 Dutch ovens that I currently have in the 10-inch size. Let's start off with the standard Dutch oven, or as I like to call it, the Lieutenant Dan Dutch oven. Okay, significant difference here. It has a dome lid. Okay, this one's been well used, believe me. I've used this one a lot in the house and for hanging on a tripod over a campfire, because when you're doing that you don't need the legs, you don't need anything to keep it up off the fire. So this one has a regular flat bottom. It's also very good for using in your oven or on your stovetop. I love these to do gumbos and any kind of a Cajun style dish in the house. They work awesome. You could also bake bread in an oven. You could do a lot of things with that in the house. But outside it's limited to either your propane burner like we have over here, or it's limited to hanging on a tripod over the fire. Doesn't really work well using charcoal or coals, because there's no way to get those coals to stay on the top of this lid. So this is your standard Lodge Dutch oven. The other two I'm going to show you are both camp ovens. And the biggest difference between a camp oven is two things. This rim we have on the top here, both ovens, and 3 legs that stand them up off of your coals. So both of these 10 lodges here, all 3 of these are lodges. This one's just a little older. All these lodges are 10-inch. They're both camp ovens. These lids are interchangeable. So I was trying to save myself some money and find a factory second, because they sell factory seconds at the Lodge cast iron store, of just the pot. I could use the lid from that one, this one for that one, but the lids are the same. I'd be able to stack these, use them together, and that's the great thing about Dutch ovens also, is you can stack them and you can do multiple things at a time on the same heat. So you're using the top heat from this pot for bottom heat in the next one, and so on and so forth. Okay, so they're stackable if you got a lot of things you got to get out quick. All right, so the reason I bought this brand new one, this is a 5 quart, this is a 4 quart. You notice the depth difference in these two. Okay, this one is deeper than this one. And when baking things, sometimes you need a little more distance from what you're cooking to that lid. Or you may just need a little extra volume. So I've had this one for years on the channel. We've used it multiple times over here. Like I said, if you want to see some of our great recipes that we've done on this guy here or in other Dutch ovens, please check out the links below to our Etsy store. You can buy those written interactive recipes, and I say interactive because you can click on those anywhere on those recipes when you have them open on your phone or any other connected device, and it'll take you straight to the video of what we're doing. So if there's a step in there you don't understand, you just click on it, then you go forward to that, go to our video, forward to that section that you didn't quite get, because there's only limited space on the recipe card. So there may be some things in there that you may need a little remedial on. So just click on it anywhere, it takes you straight to the video. So today what we're going to do is we're going to take this brand new Dutch oven I just pulled out of the box. We're going to put our first seasoning on it. And you see some of these others need a little touching up. But it comes pretty daggone well seasoned from the factory. You could probably use it just as is. But like always, we always take our fresh cast iron and put at least 1 new coat of seasoning on it. I'm going to show you how I'm going to do that next. So what I'm going to show you to do today, and now you could absolutely do this seasoning in the oven like hundreds of other videos you might see from some of the other guys here talking about cast iron. The reason I don't like to do mine in the oven is not because it's not easy. It's because it smokes up the house. Okay, smoke detectors are constantly trying to go off. It's going to smoke. That's supposed to be, that's the process. It's going to smoke. It's just way better to me to try to do that for at least the first seasoning out here. And I'm going to show you today how to do it right over on the Weber kettle grill using some charcoal and no smoke in the house. So there's only a couple things you're going to need to season this pan. I like to have some nitrile gloves just to keep the oil off your hands. You don't have to use that obviously, but we're outside here, really don't have a sink out here, so I'm going to use some nitrile gloves. A good oil. I'm using flaxseed oil. Flaxseed oil has a very high burning temperature, seems to make a very good first seasoning for these pans. That seems to give it a good starting point for all the seasoning layers you're going to build up on it over the years. Okay, and again, this is the first seasoning of many, many years of use out of this cast iron. Thirdly, a lint-free cloth. I like to get these toolbox white rags in the paint department at your home improvement center. I got these at Lowe's. They're nearly lint-free. I won't say they're 100% lint-free, but they're much 100 times better than paper towels. So they're very tough, they're very much different than a paper towel. They're more like a rag, and like I said, I don't have as much problem with lint coming off of these. You don't want lint rubbing off, ending, getting mixed with your oil because that's going to polymerize in there. It's going to leave a little bump. It's just not going to give you the best results trying to do it with a paper towel. If that's all you have, do it with very light strokes and change out the paper towel 2 or 3 times during this process, because the more you rub on it, the more it's going to roll these little balls of paper up and stick into your seasoning. Alright, so we're going to start, try and get this thing open. We're going to start with just a little bit of oil in the very bottom of the pot itself. I'll get my gloves on here real quick and I'll show you what we do next. We're starting with just a little bit of oil in the bottom of the pot. We actually may not have enough of this flaxseed oil to do the entire thing, but the most important thing is this cooking surface, and this is what we're working on first. So I want to go right in there with my lint-free cloth, put that all around that whole inside. Probably gonna need a little bit more because our lint-free cloth is gonna soak it up. And we want to do this outside rim. I got a little carried away with how much I put in there, so I'm gonna have to move some of that over. Let's do it under the lid, again toward where our cooking surfaces are first. A good layer under that lid. So far, these rags are not giving off all that, you know, little pills of paper like a paper towel would. You can get those reasonably cheap too. They're good for a lot of things around your outdoor kitchen, or even your house or your shop or whatever. So I like to keep a box of them around. They're only about, I don't know, $13. There's 200 rags in it. I mean, for that money, very, very convenient when you need something a little more heavy duty. So that's both sides of our lid. Set that aside. Flip this guy over. We want to get all these surfaces on this thing seasoned. I used to suggest heating the pot before you did this. I thought it helped maybe suck in more of the oil. And that is true if you've got bare cast iron. Okay, here we're dealing with a brand new pre-seasoned Dutch oven, right straight from Lodge. So I don't think there's any advantage to warming it up prior to doing this step. Now, if you're restoring cast iron and you're starting out with bare cast iron, by all means, I always suggest warming it up to at least as hot as you can handle it, to get those pores in that iron all opened up before you put that very first coat of oil on it. It seems to me always work better. Okay, again, our best coat on the inside. We might hit a little bit more, and we're going to invert this pan. So, all right, that is 100% coated with our flaxseed oil. Now I'll show you how we set up the grill to do this seasoning. Alright, so what I've done, I got some cowboy lump in here. It's just what I had. Kingsford works good, Royal Oak, any of your fast burning charcoals. You want to get this thing up to temperature pretty quick. So I put it in a ring all the way around the outside. I've taken out my charcoal baskets I normally used. I've laid about half a chimney of the same charcoal, and I'm just going to sprinkle it around, all the way around that outside edge, so that'll light and get going all the charcoal below it. You can have a few in the middle, that's fine too. Looks like I got a few on the table. I'll probably move over there and put under the middle. But that's the first setup. You want to be this circle around your kettle grill. Let's go ahead and lay our grill grate on. Put the lid on. Wow, really windy today. I may have to move this somewhere. That's the first wind I've had from that direction. So that temperature's coming up fast, already coming up above 300. So I'm not gonna waste any time with the charcoal getting there. So it's gonna preheat the pot. Upside down, right in the center of the grill. Okay, and then our lid is gonna sit upside down right on top of it. Okay, and hopefully, I believe I've tested this before, if you get it right in the middle, yes, your grill will still cover it. Okay, just barely, but you got to have it right in the middle. All right, you might want to make sure you don't have any gunk up here under the inside of your grill too bad. But if you flip it the other way, it won't, the grill top won't sit down. So we're gonna leave it in there, and we're not gonna mess with it. We're gonna watch the temperature. I want it to get up to about 500 degrees, 475, 500 degrees. Right now it's about 350. So it's been about an hour, hour and 15 minutes into this process. I opened up the grill, and now I can start to see that the new oil we put on is starting to get that dark amber, really dark bronzish looking color, but still not done. So you know how this this cowboy or lump charcoal is, burns down pretty quick. I came in, put a little bit more on through the openings on the side of the grill, put a little bit more and pushed it a little bit more toward the center, and I've left it open for just a couple minutes for that to get caught and try to get this up. So far we haven't been able to get it quite to 500. So when you got the grill open like this, it's going to be spitting some ash. I'm going to blow that off, put the lid back on, and we'll let this thing burn out. So we let that Dutch oven stay in the grill overnight and cool down right on its own. And when we took it out, it just looked just beautiful like it does right here. And you know, there's a little bit of ash on it. You have to blow that off. That's mostly from the cowboy lump charcoal. But it turned out really good, and we didn't have to smoke up the house. For the full written directions on this process, please see the link right down in the description box. I'll try to put it in the first comment also. Right straight to our Etsy store. We're going to have that over there for you. Also, we have about a lot of my favorite Dutch oven recipes over there on that page. You can purchase off of Etsy. They're very, very affordable. We have to charge something for them or we can't put them on Etsy. They're about $1 a piece, including this one. So check out the Etsy store. If you like those interactive PDFs, you can click on those PDFs anywhere on your device. It'll take you right back to the video that explains it in further detail. So they've been very popular so far, so go check them out over there on our Etsy store. So if you like what we're doing, please hit that subscribe button right down there for another great Backwoods Gourmet video. It's gonna be right up there. And for a whole playlist of cast iron and Dutch oven cooking, it's gonna be right up there. We'll see you next time.